drugs or surgery. That's No Bones About It with Dr. Alvin Stein. Tuesday mornings at 11, right here on AM 1470 WNN, South Florida's Health and Wealth Network.
WJL Financial. We can help.
Got a home in bad shape you need to sell? No problem. WJL Financial will buy it for cash, as is.
You don't have to spend a lot of money on the house. We buy them as is. Does your roof leak? Fine. I'll buy it. Windows busted? No problem. The kitchen needs repair? Hey, no big deal.
Call WJL Financial. No one buys more homes for cash. Any condition, any title or code problem, you get cash.
We've bought over 1,500 homes.
We're cash buyers. We have no problem getting the money.
And they have a lot of money to spend. So call WJL Financial now and sell your home or property. No fees, no hidden costs. Call 1-888-839-2444.
WJL Financial. We can help.
Sell your home cash. Call 1-888-839-2444.
Talk 1470 WWNN Pompano Beach, Boca Raton, Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
WNN, with more of what you need to know. Listen for the Alicia Marie Fit Show, a legal, political, and social conversation. Tuesday nights at 7 on AM 1470 WNN.
Hi, I'm Dr. Janae Lomaski, a licensed psychologist practicing for 15 years here in South Florida. The universal problem I've encountered in both couple and individual therapy is the lack of self-esteem. Many relationships and families today are like a pressure cooker. People desperately trying to communicate but unable to do so, creating a cycle of anger that makes communication impossible. My goal in therapy is to help people identify the obstacles that have them talking at each other, not to each other. If you've spent your life in pain and suffering, it doesn't have to be like that. Call me and we'll talk. 561-777-2021. I accept Medicare and TRICARE. Once again, the number is 561-777-2021.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors. Welcome to Taking Care of Business with Freddy Fix-It Santori and Alan, the Voice Knight, as they bring the power of AMP2.TV video format to the radio. Today's show will have interviews and concepts that bring you, the public, closer to how real radio and television work hand in hand to bring the best platform to sell your business. Tune in on the WWNNradio.com website or follow AMP on AMP2.TV website to see radio. Now, here are your hosts, Freddy Fix-It and Alan Knight.
And good evening, Boca. Boy, this is really strange. I haven't done this in such a long time. This is Freddy Fix-It Santori, and I have here my co-host, Mr. Alan, the Voice Knight.
Well, it's good to be here. Thank you for the invitation.
How are you?
I'm great.
I'm
ready to go.
You're ready. You look like you've had a long day.
Yes, but it continues.
This is our main voyage, and you look tired.
Why do you have to say that? Can't you say it? Good to see you?
Good to see you.
Okay.
You look tired.
Buddy said that today.
The funny thing about this whole thing is that this is a video radio show. That's our concept. Video radio. And you look tired.
I will put I'll push my cheeks up a little bit. I'm on a diet, so maybe that's it.
Is that what it is?
Yes. I've lost the 10 pounds, so it looks like I'm tired. It's just the fatness out of my face is gone.
Oh.
Is that it?
That's what it is.
Okay.
You look thinner.
Thank you. See, compliments. That's the way to do it.
Your face looks thinner.
Thank you very much.
But you look tired. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is Freddy Fix-It Santori. You've heard me in the past. Haven't been on for close to a year. But we're back with a new show called... What is the name of the show?
Taking Care of Business.
Taking Care of Business.
Taking Care of Business. I was testing him. Because he came up with the
music
name.
Gets you going, gets you all ready to go forward.
There you go.
All right.
He's getting his second
different concepts and things like that.
That's right.
And this is the inaugural show, correct?
That's right. And you look tired.
Stop it.
And this is the beginning of us showing how radio and TV work hand in hand.
Okay.
Works. Works. Hand in hand.
Yes.
And we've done a little bit of stuff on your show as well. A Night and Day and some of the other shows. We're going to highlight a lot of the shows that we have produced.
Prime examples of how radio and television, a combination that you came up with to make it work.
That's right. And it's funny because I spoke to you last week about doing this show. And I've gotten so many other people that have asked us to do different things. They want us to do a sports show. And you're a big sports guy, right?
Oh, 100%. I'm a Cardinal fan. St. Louis, well, raised in the Midwest. Yes.
Yes, unfortunately. You're a Cardinal fan. But we can have a lot of fun with that.
Are you a Yankee fan?
No, I'm a Mets fan.
You look tired.
And are you a big Dolphins fan?
Yes. Unfortunately, they don't win, but I'm still hopeful.
I squish the fish. I hate the fish.
You do?
Yeah, we can have fun with this. But a lot of the shows that we're going to be doing in the next couple of weeks are going to be talking about sports, going to be talking about some of the shows that we highlight, that we are the people, the people's advocate. You can watch the show on WNNradio.com, and you can catch all of the shows that we produce on there. And today's board out today, we have Ken behind the glass, and Linda Harmon is doing the videos over there. I don't know what she's doing, but she's doing something.
At least she's doing it right.
I don't know what she's doing. She has two computers open. I don't know what's going on.
Well, I guess the concept of radio and television, putting them together, could cross into many different avenues where it just doesn't have to be in sports, where you think, okay, you're going to get a television and then the audio. No, but you can do it in all facets of business.
That's right. That's a good segue into a guest that we're going to have on in a couple of minutes. She is opening up a new business line that she's going to tell us a little bit about, and hopefully she'll be taking on a spot here on the network, because we offer people to come in and do radio. We give you all the keys, all the ingredients to put your business on the air.
And it's a good thing I was 2 minutes late, because this will be like brand new, out in the open. I'm going to find out. I'm going to represent John Q. Public.
There you go. Even though you've been doing it longer than a lot of other people.
But I don't know what you're going to be discussing. I mean, this is...
I don't either. This is all brand new.
Perfect. So we're both going to be finding out at
That's
the same
right.
time.
We are doing this. She's going to inform us as what she's doing, how she's doing it, and why she's doing it.
Who is she?
Rosalia.
Rosalia. Hi.
Rosalia.
Hi.
It's Rosalia.
I can't do that.
Rosalia.
I'm
Can
not.
you do it?
No, I don't do that. I can't. I've tried.
Rosalia, for those from the Midwest.
For the Cardinal fans.
Touche. Where are you from?
I'm originally from Peru,
Peru.
but been living in Florida basically my whole life, except for a little bit of my high school.
So you're the one. Usually you take about, what, 90% of the folks in New York, New Jersey, and then you have some of the other folks. No,
Florida.
You're the 1%.
I'm Florida all day, baby.
Okay.
Are you originally from Florida?
No, I'm originally from Peru, but if I haven't lived in Peru, I've been living in Florida. So.
And you have a business concept you're going to be bringing to the air.
Right.
And you've been involved in other businesses. We did a show with you on another station.
Correct.
In West Palm. In West Palm, yeah. Which shall remain nameless. Alan had a show up there too.
Oh, yeah.
On a different night. Oh, different night. Bada boom. You like that, huh?
What a segue.
What a segue.
What type of business, may I ask?
Well, it is beauty and fashion.
Beauty and fashion.
It started in 2010, and I was a makeup artist. But I always loved makeup and fashion. I went to school at Boca Beauty Academy, and I was a licensed esthetician, and I loved makeup, did a lot of makeup, got involved in fashion shows. I love fashion. So then I started producing fashion shows, producing photo shoots. I wanted to mesh the two together. So my website, it's a blog that talks all about makeup, fashion, and holistic cures.
Well, when my fiance was in the bridal business, I should have met you earlier.
Shoulda, coulda,
We could have heard, when you hook up, when you meet the right people, or combining things, then you can go to the stars.
Correct. So I didn't just want to, focus on only makeup or only fashion or only producing. I wanted a way to, mesh everything together. So my blog talks all about that, and, the show would be based on the blog.
Okay.
So,
and that's good. Your concept, though, of where you just don't want to stilt it to just this. No, if you can mesh them together, because you have other folks in other businesses who can come to you. When you have that network, they always say in business, the network is the key. The people that you know are the key to business.
Correct.
So you have it right. Okay, go ahead.
And it's just, I wanted to incorporate my 3 passions. You know what they say, if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. So that's what I want to do. I want to be able to share knowledge and maybe, learn something from someone else and be able to share it with the world, and just be a platform where they can go for, all the fashionistas can go. Anybody that wants to learn how to, like right now I have a great article on aloe vera. So if you want to learn benefits of different plants or natural ways.
The way it affects cosmetics, you mean?
No, I actually have aloe vera for example, is great for multiple things.
Right.
It's great for your skin. You can drink it, and it's a great cleanser. So
you can drink it?
Yeah, they actually sell aloe vera juice even at Publix.
Yep.
They sell aloe vera juice.
You lose weight.
Oh, well, I'm usually in the popcorn aisle. I'm not looking down the
But if
natural.
you're looking to lose weight, it's a natural way.
So I don't look tired.
Not too tired.
No. Well, and that was like one of the first holistic articles that I wrote was on aloe vera, because I've always been a fan. I remember when I was like, I believe in middle school, I got a big burn on my leg, and nothing would take it away. I put aloe vera, and I was like, oh, this is a magical plant.
It's good for scarring and stuff.
For everything, for elasticity, great mask. You can make for your hair, great masks. So things like that could, my website could be the platform, the go-to place for, you'll type the search in and it'll tell you I have different tags. So if you want to just look at everything that has to do with fashion, you'll click that tag and everything that has to do with fashion comes up. And then I write reviews on different products. I have a cosmetic line sending me samples so I can review their cosmetic line. And I worked with a cosmetic company for about 2 years. So it was called Bluff a Joe, and I remember loving to critique their stuff when they first got it out. Like, I like this and I don't like this about it. So it also gives exposure to other businesses, and I always feel like that's an extra bonus.
Well, the nice thing is that what you do by coming onto a show like what we do is that beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but it's visual. Everything that you have just described has a lot to do with the visual aspect, the components, makeup, hair, modeling. You have a show that you're doing, right? Because I saw you had a call out.
Right, I have a call out, but it's for a photo shoot, and it's also for my business. And that also incorporates something else that I love to do. I love to produce, I love to style, I just love to see everything come together. So that's why I don't think I ever worked, because it's just so much fun for me.
One big production.
That's what it is.
It's one big production.
Well, the object of the game, what AMP Square does is that we do productions where we'll bring video. We'll bring video alive to everything that you've described, and we put it on either radio, we put it on Ion TV, we have a call out there, we have a C&W 33 is another call out that we have, we do commercials. But the object of the game that we do here on radio is that a lot of people come on the air and they try to sell their businesses, and you have to be really good. You got to be an Alan Knight to be successful on radio.
Oh, please.
Because you got to have the right voice. You got to have, this guy, when he does a show, he has a book of information of how he does this.
He's trying to be my manager, I guess.
But come on. I've worked with you close to a year, maybe a little bit more.
Right.
And I've seen how you produce your shows.
He knows more about me than my mother.
I've seen how he does his shows. I've produced them. I've seen them.
Well, the concept is when you have radio, and when I went to radio broadcasting school, like God knows how many years it's been since the wagon trains were around, that what happens is, if combining the television aspect, the AMP2 TV video, where you can, when we were taught in broadcasting, it's the theater of the mind.
That's
and
right.
If you can put together a picture, well, you kind of help with that, make that connection work. So with the radio and with the television, you have a win-win situation.
Yeah. And he happens to be the voice. I mean, he's known as the voice. He's done commercials. You've done a ton of stuff. Come on, Alan, don't be modest. You know it's true.
Well, he's looked at my resume when I worked for CBS for about 14 years.
Well, he's done very well. And what happens is when you bring cameras into a radio production, it increases what you're trying to show, explain. I mean, you could do makeup here on radio and actually describe it and show people what you're doing on video at websites.
Well, I'm going to look her up now, because if you say I look tired, she can help me.
She can help you.
I can help you. I can make you a mask. Here's my card.
She's giving out cards on the set. And
you don't know where you can network. That's
absolutely,
all
and that's what we all do is network. Yeah,
I will network at Publix, on the Publix line if I have to.
Well, you never know where you're going to have that next business client. And if I look tired, hey, I could be walking into a place, I don't want to look tired. The concept is you never know when you're going to meet someone. Major contracts have been done at a restaurant just when you say, oh, hi, how you doing, Bill? And then you sign a multi-million-dollar contract on a napkin. So, yes, you always have to be on show.
Well, you know, the first Rocky movie was made, he wrote it in his garage one night.
A lot of businesses have come out of a garage, though.
Yeah, Microsoft.
Right,
Bill Gates. But this is what we're trying to express. We're trying to let people know that, you know, radio is still a giant amplifier, and you get a lot of people listening, especially this time of the day when people are on their way home, almost home, and now you get to not only hear it, you get to see it. And what you sell is visual. Radio is visual. A lot of things on the radio can be visual, and that's a very important aspect of the business.
Another thing I love is that you're able to use the videos from the show and incorporate them into your own website, into your own YouTube channel.
That's right.
That's awesome.
That's what we do. Yeah.
That's exactly what I told Paradise Bank, which is one of the sponsors of my show, and that I also work for. They have their own website, and to combine an AMP2 TV production where it's right on the front page and you can have a video to sell for itself.
That's right. We have a show called Ask the Experts, which is a show that brings in different businesses, and they ask them, what do you do? And they bring in 8 different businesses per month, and they're very successful. I met them through Alan, actually, but they took it upon themselves, because they have another show on another station, to come back here, and they're doing these multiple things, because the business that they're bringing in to be interviewed are doing very well with the video. The audio is always going to be there, and that doesn't disappear. Radio will never disappear as far as I'm concerned, but we're bringing an arm-length extension to radio, which is what this whole concept is all about. I mean, I've done remotes with this guy in different places. We've done comedy. We've done stuff at Paradise Bank. We even did one of your shows, right?
And it's fun. Yeah, absolutely. You had mentioned as long as you have that passion, you have the fun, you never work a day in your life.
That's right.
And that's probably why I got into radio.
And he hasn't left. And he refuses to leave.
Another thing is you know, to be an entrepreneur, you can be any age. You can be,
right.
There's businesses that have started out with the CEO being 25, 32, 65. KFC didn't start out till, the president was like 65 years old. So it doesn't matter how old you are, as long as you have your vision and you're willing to, talk about it. And then the video's the bonus. The video just gets you on the web.
Right.
And so to me, that's awesome.
Well, it's an avenue. If you have that idea, let's say I always use the instance of Ray Kroc with McDonald's. He wasn't the inventor of the hamburger. He was able to market. He bought a Chicago little restaurant, and he in turn was able to mass market it. Now you look at it now.
That's right.
So he didn't invent the hamburger, he invented the way of marketing. The same thing here, where you have the radio, you have the television, you combine that and make it into the AMP2 television network of sorts.
Too bad McDonald's isn't a hamburger anymore. It's
but you see Taco Bell make fun of McDonald's, and they brought in all these guys named Ronald McDonald.
I actually thought that was hilarious.
I thought it was the best commercial I've ever seen. It was terrific.
I thought it was great.
Well, because it is embedded in your mind. Correct.
It stays there.
Another one that I love is the M&M commercial with the Geico. They never mention Geico, but that Geico lizard is there, and you already know what they're talking about.
And you know he's well known.
So to me, it's just that's why I like also, and that on my blog, I can also promote other businesses, because it's also a form of cross promotion.
That's right. And the bottom line is, if you can get an angle on what you're selling, you come up with a saying, you know, where's the beef? Things of that nature. If you come up with something that stays...
Peller, I remember her. Where's the beef? Look
Where's
at
the
that.
beef?
How long has that been?
Oof,
and
30
I still have
years.
that in my head.
Over 30 years.
Okay.
I wasn't born. I wouldn't know. I'm just kidding.
But that's what sells your product.
Of course.
Yeah, I know. You were a child.
Do you have a slogan or some sort of tagline for your business?
When I was doing makeup, it was the art of beautification is in my hands, and my logo was sort of inspired by Cleopatra. As of right now, I don't have one for the blog, because it's just, everything is just Rosalia Beauty. So I don't have one. But for the part of that's the shop that's linked to the blog, you know, it's authentic. Fashion for the bold and authentic. So, and the authentic is spelled differently. So, like, I don't have one for the blog, but it's kind of difficult for me to have one for a blog,
right,
or one that I could think of, but my other avenues have.
There's a lady in Seattle that contacted us about doing a show on radio. She wanted to do it from Seattle and send it in here. And she does a blog, and it's a very powerful blog. And what she's doing now is, a radio station picked her up in Seattle. So what she's doing is that she's on the radio, and she's doing her blog, and she does a lot of pictures on her blog, which I thought was kind of unique. And I've read a lot of blogs in my day, but she has a lot of animation. You know, she has little cute sayings and things that she does to sort of bring her point across. And then she called me. She says, you know, what I like to do is video. I like to have the video component put into the radio blog situation. So I think you're doing a great job in terms of opening it up.
Thank you.
It's just a matter of people finding out who you are. I mean,
Exactly.
The bottom line is, it's great to do this, and Alan, I tell you, radio is fantastic. But if you have clients you want to sell something to, you got to be prepared. You know, it isn't a give me where you'll walk in and say, okay, this is easy. You got to have good continuity, and you got to be on point, which is the hardest part, is to sell something irregardless of radio or TV. So you got to be a good businessman.
And repetition is the key in radio. Look at, let's say, Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut, over the course of time, back in the 80s, 90s, it was at the top of the chain. Now you have the Papa John's, Domino's has changed their crust, things like that, to where they're evolving and changing. So you have to endure. You have to keep going. I bring up Pizza Hut because it was just in the news that they're sales have slid the past maybe 5 to 7 years. So you have to come up with different concepts and keep going.
Yeah, you
I
always
see a
gotta-
pattern with you, though. You have a lot of, it's food, food, food.
Absolutely.
That's because he's on a diet.
That's why. That's exactly
But he
why.
also invests
Those are
heavily in the food business, right, Mr.
Oh,
McDonald's?
I do have stock in McDonald's.
Yeah, he does.
I do have stock in Costco.
He
I have a
does.
good portfolio.
Very clean. It all has to do with food.
No, my Harley Davidson stock is doing pretty good.
Oh, you got Harley Davidson stuff.
I'm afraid to
Good.
go on a motorcycle, but I know that loyalty brand is very important.
Yes. Well, you know, I have stock in NASA. That didn't turn out too well.
No. Well, when the government's involved, they can screw up anything.
Yes.
That's why.
They're very good at it. Take out a bond and you're in great shape. We're in so much debt. But the object of the end, Rosalia, why don't you give us your website and phone numbers?
My website is www.rosaliabeauty.com. It's spelled Beautie. And my phone number is 954-263-1533. I also do private consultations. I style and I do production for different photo shoots, events, and fashion shows, of course.
You said RosaliaBeauty.com?
Correct.
Okay. Question, because I just have your card here. What made you spell beauty B-E-A-U-T-I-E?
Because
I have to be the devil's advocate.
and
I
I'm
have to
going
have
to
the
be
positive and the
100%
negative.
honest.
Okay.
When I did makeup, it was with a Y. Okay? And
Wasn't that how you usually spell it, though?
It was. It
Okay.
was. And then, you know, somebody decided to steal the RosaliaBeauty.com with a Y. So
You went to the next best
I
thing.
was like, I'm going to do the next best thing.
That's
and I didn't think about it because I actually bought RosaliaBeauty.net. And then
she's going to go all the different
right,
avenues.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then I went onto Facebook and I wanted to change my name to reflect beauty with a Y, and they wouldn't allow me. So I put it with an IE, and it worked. And I was just like, that sticks. That's sticking.
So
And I
get
just
as much as
branded
possible.
and I just branded everything as that. All my social media is the same. My YouTube channel, everything is Rosalia Beauty.
Well, the funny thing is that AMP2 is really AMP squared. But every time we say ampsquare.tv, people write the word square. So we tell people to write amp2.tv.
That's what I thought it was. I thought it was AMP-TV. Oh,
It's
I
AMP
actually
square.
forgot the two.
What happened was AMP TV was taken by a company in California. So we had to come up with something.
You just gotta
different.
come up with something, and then it just becomes your brand,
Well,
and
you
you believe it, and it happens.
That you guys have a story. When I was putting together the Night and Day show, all right, where, to use my last name, Knight, well, there was somebody who does a sports show somewhere, or a sports network, and it's called Night Radio. So I had to put up radio first, radio, night and day.
Oh, that's
and you
why you
always
did
come
that.
across something different to where, so they can find you.
But then it sticks. And now, if you actually Google Rosalia Beauty with an IE, only I show up. Like, everything is mine. My from my website is the first thing to the every social media, Tumblr, Pinterest is just the front page. I have no competition with that name. So as long as I brand everything
you do your
on
own
that,
social media across the board?
I do. I have
Very
so
important
many.
for
I have so
upscale.
many. And
Maybe that's a line down somewhere that you can think of. Hey, i.e., we dare to be different. It's striking. It's different. So you can use that in the tagline or something like that.
That's a good
That's
idea.
awesome, actually.
Something
That's a good
a little
idea.
catchy.
He's full of good ideas.
He
No,
is.
it's just
Just want to
nice.
put you in my little pocket
he's
over
Mr.
here
Radio.
and carry you
Well,
around.
also, I was looking at the back that has it's very simple. On the back of your card, it just has your email address.
That's it.
Now, and that is simple. And I did a study as well when I was looking into trying to come up with a business card or things like that, that most people will tell you who are in advertising, you try to doll everything up. But yet, if you try to doll up a resume, you're trying to hide or pontificate a little bit more, rather than, you put it on colored paper or things like that. And I say, no, keep it simple, because if your values, your traits, the things that you do best speak for themselves. The same thing with a business card. If you have so much in there, and it's going to confuse everybody, because if I meet you, I want to write your name, I want to write something about you, so I need room to
Right.
write it, and you have some space on your business card. Don't
Correct.
try to put the entire Bible on your business card, because it's going to be too much.
That's what your biography is for. Your
Correct.
About Me page. So I have the website on the front and the email on the back. You can
Excellent.
contact me and look for me.
So
That's really cool.
So yes, you have to have at least some room.
It's the
So when
only
you-
round business card I've ever run across.
It's a positive and a negative. It stands out, but if for me as a guy, this would be good for a woman. But as a guy, there's one fault. I have to be the negative
Go
every
for
once
it,
in
and
a while.
I'll try and knock
Okay.
it down.
This is a circular business card.
Circular business card.
It wouldn't fit in my wallet. When it's
And most
in that
guys put their business cards in the wallet.
Right. It doesn't
It's true.
fit in the little picture area. And it would fit maybe in the where you keep your credit cards and so forth like that.
But then that means that mine is special, and you can put it on your pocket next to your heart.
Oh, okay.
How's that?
There you go.
And then he takes it out when he washes
Beauty
his
is of
shirt,
the
and that's the
heart.
end of
There's
it.
your line.
That's it.
But it's a good idea, and of course you have to tweak your business as you go along. I mean that's
Correct.
part of
That's what's been happening since 2010. I've tweaked it into something, but now I've tweaked into something that I feel like just completes my vision. It's like I did the whole circle, 360.
Excellent. Well, Rosalia from Rosalia
Do you have a
Beauty.
telephone number as well to give out or anything like that too?
I
or it's
did, and I'm
everything?
single. I'm just kidding.
Oh.
954-263-1533. And again, my website is ROSALIABEAUTIE.com.
And now, what about you too?
We have
You've been promoting AMP2 TV. I think we have
yes.
to get in touch with you somehow.
amp2.tv, and you can call us at 866-224-5422.
What area code is that?
866?
Yes.
It's an 800 number.
Oh, it is? Okay, 866
224
224
54
It's the new era of 800 numbers.
5422. And you can visit us on our website, which is amp2.tv, so it's amp2.tv. And tonight's show can be seen on WNNradio.com in all its glory. And we're looking for people who want to host shows, who want to air shows. We're looking for people that want to bring their business to another level. which is we've been doing it now for 3.5 years. It's been fun, and this has been the beginning of hopefully something that will be successful and nice. We're going to cut a little demo for you on this thing so you can use it on your site.
And if you forgot all those numbers, here's an easy number to remember because I'll keep in touch with the two of these folks. 954-709-ALLEN is my number. 954-709-ALAN.
I didn't know you had that.
I've had that for about 15 years.
Really? 954 what?
954-709-ALLEN.
ALAN?
ALAN. My name's not Bartholomew. Then I'd have an 800 number. No, it's not.
ALL. Yeah, well, that's right.
There's 10 digits. Is this too hard to comprehend? We did so much at the very beginning.
I knew it was going to come to a crashing. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for being on.
Thank you so much.
Rosalie, thank you for coming. Mr. Knight, we'll see you next week with a different segment. Maybe we'll do something in your neck of the woods.
Well, pretty soon we're going to be coming to the Beasley Network.
Oh.
Yes.
News for next
Possibly
week.
Either on this station or 740 WSBR.
Well, there you have it. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you next week. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you on the other side.
You have been listening to Taking Care of Business, powered by AMP2.TV. You can reach AMP2.TV by calling 866-224-5422 and join the AMP2.TV radio TV network. We give you all the tools you need to have your own show, both on radio and TV, and bring new energy and ideas to the business you're trying to promote. If you want to be a leader in new concepts and make your business #1 in the area, AMP2.TV has the platforms to get you there. 866-224-5422 is the number to get you started. The opinions expressed